By having using the Xero file, when we set up a new store in Tanda, we can automatically bring the staff across. All the information's there for the franchisee. They don't have to start from scratch. And then by doing that, the integration, the roster then can be made, and you know, everyone's birthdays, their rate of pay, there's a lot of benefits.
We're an accounting-based platform, and we've got a basic payroll attached. If you're looking for more complex payroll where you have reward interpretations or complex onboarding and you want to automate all that process, Tanda does a great job of that, and they're easily recognised as one of the leaders in the market.
Well, I think in the whole industry there was a lot of problems with payroll, and I think it's great that we've got on the front foot with it, because before they were just writing out a roster, putting up the board. They didn't cost them out. They didn't know in advance what that wage percent was actually going to cost them. Or they'll use Excel, and again, they're not very good doing formulations of payroll and when there's a payroll. So by having Tanda live, as soon as you make a change, you instantly see the wage percent. So they'll know what that week's wages are going to cost them. And then they copy from one week to the next, change the sales for Easter, things like that. Again, they'll know how many team members they want on based on last year, same period. So leading into Christmas now, they can see how many team members they had logged on last year for Christmas, what the sales was, what the wage percentage was. So it gives them that knowledge. By having the ability to log on to all the rosters throughout the network, a franchisee who has, say, a high cost of goods or a high payroll, we can see live what their wage percent is, and then by logging on to the stores, I can see another store that has a lower wage percent compared to the store that has a high wage percent. Look at the rosters and help that franchisee where they're overstaffing. The key benefits for the franchisees is once you do a roster in Tanda, you can copy it from one week to the next. They don't have to restart the roster like the paper copies and rewrite it. Also, they can print the roster out. So one of our requirements have 2 weeks roster, 1 week and then the following week. So they can just print it, they don't have to do anything. And if they make a change, that change gets sent only to that team member whose roster has been affected. It doesn't go out through the whole team again. So they get a little text message on their phone. That's great. I've used it for when a franchisee's wage percent's high, I can automatically change a senior to a junior and that'll populate throughout the roster, and it shows me the wage percent. So you might only say 2%, but that over a period of time is a big saving for the franchisee. So that's another benefit, is seeing live your wage percent. So at the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, you're slow, you can make the changes automatically through the week to bring your wage percent back in. Xero makes it easier by having the payroll done, as I said before, correctly for each staff member. I think that's the biggest thing I get from Xero, is I don't get staff ringing me up to say, oh, I haven't been paid correctly this week, or this hasn't been done. It's done live. So that is a great benefit to franchisees.
So the benefits for using Xero for a franchisee is it's an easy to use platform, and it's really designed for someone who's never used accounting software before or has no idea about bookkeeping. So it's designed for a non-accounting brain. You didn't go into a franchise to go and do accounting and bookkeeping. We're trying to make that chore as easy as possible. It's easy to use Xero anywhere and any time. So we've seen the use of Xero really explode on a mobile device, and I think that's across the board on many cloud platforms. So a lot of our development is making sure you can use as much of Xero as you can on your phone and making it easy to use at the same time. So to find out your cash position traditionally has been quite a laborious process, and now we try to make that an easy to read snapshot on the front page when you first log into Xero to make the cash management as easy as possible. So the benefit for a franchisor of using any cloud-based system like Xero or Tanda is the ability to pull reports automatically and instantly. Because you've got instant access using the cloud, we found that the benefits for franchisors have been year-end and quarter-end or period-end reporting, reducing in some cases from 7 to 10 days after period end, getting it down to just a few hours. And having that real-time information is all the more important in the current environment of compliance being picked up. So one of the main benefits for franchisors is the ability to get the data from the franchisees so quickly at any time during the month. Usually you've got to wait and call and follow up and chase to get the information out of your franchisees, but now because it's real time and you've got access to the information, you can pull the data immediately. Sometimes, in some situations, it gives you a chance to repurpose your internal finance team and give them a chance to do more value-add work for the rest of the network. So if you've got a really specific need, we'd recommend, for example, for payroll and rostering, using Tanda, because that's a purpose-built, specific application designed to meet that need. And we'll never be as good as Tanda in terms of rostering and payroll.